So, well, before we get started, there's just a little bit of business I have to attend to because I've been waiting to do this since the 1980s after watching the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm going to sing the first line of a song that I'm sure all of you know because, after all, you live in Texas. Then I will clap, and you will sing the second line. Okay. The stars at night are big and bright. Oh, thank you. I forget who said it, but there's a famous quote, "How much of life is lost in waiting?" So thank you for that, for making one of my bucket list dreams come true right now. And right now I'm going to pass around a notebook, and I'd like you to please sign it if you're comfortable doing so with your contact information. Because if I ever write a third book someday, it would be nice to have you know it exists. Only if you're comfortable, of course. I'd first like to thank everybody who contributed to bringing me here today, especially Madison Meadows and Amanda Bringhurst, and thank you to Lawrence Davis for that beautiful introduction. And of course, I'd like to thank everybody at Integral Care who is so passionate about the work they do. And the way I'm going to start off my speech is unusual. For a motivational speaker, this is not going to make much sense, because I'm going to go all negative as possible. And believe me, this is going to make some sense when I'm done. For me, living with Asperger's has often seemed like fighting a futile war. If life is a cosmic casino, I have felt like the bitter blackjack player always getting the cards that add up to 15 or 16 against the dealer's visible card of either a 10 or an ace. Occasionally, life has thrown me the fabled ace and king, but even when I have won, it was not possible to win in many cases, considering it was often a push against the dealer's blackjack. This renders my best to be absolutely useless. I thought my ship had finally come in when I published a book with a huge company like Penguin Group USA. But sadly, I was still floundering, and the best option society gave me was washing dishes for $9 an hour back in 2012. Trying to solve problems also feels pointless at times, considering solving one crisis simply gives birth to at least one more new problem that needs attention or provokes harsh criticism. "Jesse, do you know you mumble a lot? What did he say?" Now people understood me, but the price of improvement and enunciating difficult words is hearing, "You talk too loud, you are too monotone. Jesse, you eat too slow, everybody's waiting for you, you make us late." Then, "God, Jesse, slow down, give yourself time to digest. You have to stop acting so weird, or else people are going to start to not like you." Pretending to be normal not only fails miserably, but brings about the equally worthless advice of stop trying to become other people. There is a reason I keep my watch extremely loose, like a miniature hula hoop. It is because a very long time ago, I was brutally reprimanded by a family member because it was too tight. I've not believed in healthy mediums because I have found them to be impossible. Most of the time, I try to cling to the extreme that's a little bit less extreme and will get me into far less trouble. Life with Asperger's has often seemed like the perpetual catch-22, but I am happy to say that circumstances have dramatically changed for the better. I give you these extremely negative and pessimistic anecdotes because I want you to remember that for those who are supported by Integral Care, you will be the lull in the chaos. When you see your individuals making an effort, you will recognize it, and inflate their self-esteem when others in society fail to step up to the plate. And with your support, it will not take 33 years for life to start giving them the breaks that are deserved. We owe it to our individuals to give them more than cliches such as, "That's just life," or "Others have much worse problems." We can never possibly make it perfect, although we could inch just a little bit closer to perfection. We have to always remember that for our individuals, life can sometimes seem the way I described it, and for them, it tends to sometimes get worse long before it gets better. But with you, things are going to change, and I believe in all of you, and I credit people like you to my eventual success. So thank you for that. You may stop the recording.